Hey everyone, welcome back to Truly Alexus. So I hope y'all have had a very happy holidays, and I just want to wish everyone a happy new year. Today is actually New Year's Eve, so I'm going to be covering a few questions that I got from IG just on my life, what's been going on this past year, what I have going forward into 2021. And so I'm going to answer those questions for y'all. And then also I did some goal setting and wrote down just some things that I want to accomplish next year. So I will show y'all a few of those. So for starters, let's start with the questions. Let me find them, one sec. I love this setup though, y'all. I'm using my camera and my phone. I love it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I should have had this up already. Oopsies. Okay, so I have 3 pages of questions from IG. So I'll just start with the first one. Where do you see your career in the next 5 years? What's your dream job? So in the next 5 years, I expect to have a promotion at my current job. And if I'm still there, I'll still be there. I mean, I love it, so I do plan on working there for a few years, but I definitely see myself working YouTube at least full, I don't know, because if I'm still there, I guess I'll be working YouTube part-time. But if I'm not still there, I'll end up working YouTube full-time. But I definitely plan to be monetized on YouTube very soon, and I plan to, have YouTube as an extra stream of income. And then my dream job, I do want to start a business. I'm not going to talk about it already, I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I do plan to spend the next 1 to 2 years planning for it, because I don't want to just start something. I have a great idea, but I feel like I need to take the time to actually do all of my research, make the business plan, line everything up before I start talking about it. So yeah, just stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed down below so you can, stay along the journey and keep up with me. So the second question, where are you mentally? So mentally, I am in a great state. Honestly, it's probably the best state I've been in years, or honestly, in my life. Things are going accordingly to what God has planned for me. I'm sure God is dope, because everything is just looking up. I mean, I do have my moments where excuse me, need some water. It's so good. This is the water. Okay, I'm sorry y'all. Mentally, I am in a good state, but I was saying that I do have my moments where I have anxiety, or I just want to get everything done at once, or social media can take a toll on me and I start comparing myself or where I am in life to other people. But I have to put limitations on that, and so I just keep trying to just tell myself, you're in a good state, everything is fine, you're doing well, you've accomplished a lot of things that you wanted to accomplish by this time of your life. Everything is good. So yeah, mentally, I'm honestly in a good state, and I wouldn't be able to say that a year ago, honestly. So yeah, a lot has changed in a year. Okay, the next one says, hey girl, how was the transition moving from Texas to Atlanta? So I visited Atlanta for the first time maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I honestly loved it, and I was I have to come back out here. So I came back out here again, and then around that time, it was getting close to my senior year of college, and I was trying to figure out what is my next step, what am I gonna do next. And so I was looking up fashion master degrees, because fashion has always been a passion for me, but I didn't pursue it in undergrad. So I ended up looking up degrees. I ended up finding my degree, found out that it was at SCAD, It was in Atlanta. I'd been loving Atlanta. I was like, let's go. I mean, school has been a big part of my life. So once I found that degree and I like fell in love with like what it said I would be learning and all of that, I was like, okay, like if anything, I have school, like because school has always been something that I'm good at. So I was like, as long as I have school, like I can find a job real quick. So I found a job. Dillard Tech came to one of my career fairs my senior year, and they were doing internships, and I was like, well, I'm thinking about moving to Atlanta. So they were like, cool, I'll hook you up with the regional director over that area. And so they did that. I got the internship, and I was like, well, this sounds like God, because he already lined stuff up for me. So then I just had to find an apartment. The original plans for apartment did not work out, but that was okay. We ended up finding something like literally a week before I had to move, but it was fine. I was all positive. Y'all are moving to Atlanta. Let's go. My girls, we went to brunch and everything. They celebrated me. It was great. But baby, driving to Atlanta for the first time, shout out to Jaden. She rode with me. And this was not even planned beforehand. My mom was literally moving me out. And they were like, does Jaden want to go? And she was like, yeah, I'll go. So she went and packed a bag. We drove to my hometown. And then the next day woke up and drove to Atlanta. But driving to Atlanta, I drove for like 6 hours. And I got so sleepy. I was like, I need y'all to switch with me, somebody. And so then after they switched with me and we made it, I started getting so nervous. And they weren't there for long. Like, they helped me move in, and then Jaden spent the night with me in my new apartment, and then they headed back at like 6 a.m. So whenever I said my goodbyes, I did cry. That was the only time that I've cried since I moved. I cried, I took a nap, I woke up, and I was good. Like, literally, since I had my job, like, I started making friends there. We went to lunch together and stuff like that. And then whenever school started, I was good. Like, I had classmates. I met Capri. Shout out to you. And that's how I met you, Nas. She asked this question, so shout out to you, Nas. And so then from there, I was good. Like, Atlanta people that have Southern hospitality, so I'm used to that. I mean, it's a city and it's a lot different from my small country town, but I feel like I adjusted well. So yeah, sorry, that was a long answer. But what are some things you like about Atlanta versus Texas? I honestly, well, right now I like that Georgia is blue, period. And then I just see a lot more Black excellence in Atlanta versus Texas. So that'll be my answer there. I mean, people are doing things in Texas as well, but it's more like promoted, and I feel like there's more opportunities here, and I feel like it's the norm here versus Texas. Okay, so do you plan on coming back to Texas, or are you going to stay in Atlanta? I'm staying in Atlanta. We'll see if I ever come back, little. We shall see. All right, the next question: how to be successful in grad school, life in Atlanta, and styling on a budget. So I kind of already touched on life in Atlanta. How to be successful in grad school. Honestly, grad school was not that difficult. Like, my grad school was based on experiences and like having you do stuff and projects and working with people versus listening to a lecture and like reciting things back. So honestly, it's the same thing. Like, the two different school setups were different, but same thing. Like, pay attention in class, do your best on everything, don't procrastinate. Like, literally, I really can't say anything different than what I did in regular school. I mean, I put forth an effort more than undergrad for sure, because I mean, there were students in there like just as good as me. Like, their projects, I would sit back and watch their presentations and I would be like, wait, like, no, you need to show me that, so my next presentation I can do that too. So apply yourself. Don't just sit back and like hide in the crowd. Like, the more you put in is the more you get out of it. So yeah, and then styling on a budget, girl, thrift shop, thrift, Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Forever 21. Literally, you can take a $5 item and make it look like a look. So yeah, that's what I do. Mix like expensive pieces and less expensive pieces, and you'll be well on your way. Okay. How much do you love Capri? This is Capri, by the way. I love her a lot. 10 out of 10. And what do y'all do for fun? So if you follow me on Instagram or you're subscribed to me here, y'all have even seen her on my channel. We love going out. We love going to eat, trying new restaurants. We love going to get cute drinks. We love just going to get cute and just going out, trying new places, meeting new people. We like the nightlife of Atlanta. We've slowed down quite a bit with COVID.
Coronavirus! I'm telling you, it's real. It's getting real. Woo!
And everything, but we still make time to go out. But it'll just be like restaurants and lounges now. Oh, and we love smoking hookah, y'all. We love doing that. And I mean, we like chilling at the house too. We do that a lot too. Just listening to music, cooking, vibing, dancing, making TikToks, just laughing, whatever. Okay, so next question. What do you like to do in your free time? I love doing YouTube in my free time. Since I've been doing YouTube more consistently, I love editing now. Like, I mean, sometimes it's a chore, but sometimes it's fun, like doing all the effects and stuff like that. So I like doing that. I like going to brunch, of course. I like trying new foods and new restaurants and just experiencing new places. And then also finding like random stuff in Atlanta to do that I've never done before. Like going to a farm one day, going to a fall festival, axe throwing, like just doing random things that I haven't got to experience yet. Oh, and I also love listening to music. Do that a lot. I love going on walks with Dylan. Honestly, I like going to the trail and the dog park better than just like everyday walks, but I like those too. Moving on to the second set. What's your hobby? That's kind of the same. I guess YouTube is my hobby now because that's what I do in my free time. Like after I get off work, YouTube. Like I switch from my Dell laptop, my work laptop, to my MacBook to edit. Okay, oh, and also posting stuff for like the brands that I work with. So like content creation for social media. That's my hobby too. Okay, so what are some challenges you faced after you graduated college? So I really can't talk about undergrad because I literally just started school again. Ugh, this is hard. I guess if we're gonna talk about like myself with moving, like challenges I faced there was staying connected with my family and stuff back home after I already felt comfortable living here. So not exactly right when I moved because I feel like I was still connected with everyone because I was like alone by myself, but now since I've like settled and like kind of found a new home, quote unquote, it's sometimes hard for me to stay connected with people that are back in Texas. Like I try my hardest, but and I miss everyone, but I just feel like sometimes I miss out on things. But not like missing out, but like I just miss stuff, or I'm not always up to date on stuff as I would be if I was back at home. So just like staying in touch with family and friends, like I do it, but I should definitely do it more. But as like for things, if we were referencing like post-grad depression, I can't really reference that after undergrad because I just went into a master's program and then I found an internship before I moved, and then graduating now, I found my job in September and I graduated in November. I guess you could say finding a new job would be a challenge for me, but I was still in school. So when the pandemic started, like when was this, like February, March, my job ended up closing down, but they ended up reopening, but I didn't want to go back to Dillard's because I just wanted more pay and I didn't like working retail. I already knew beforehand that I didn't like working retail, but my internship was different. I was like a management intern, so I would work with all the managers like doing other things besides on the sales floor. But like after that was over, the only option for me was to work on the sales floor. So yeah, once the pandemic happened and they closed, I just didn't want to go back. So finding a new job, I guess I could say, was a challenge, but I was in school during that. So, but I eventually found a job in September. So March to September. All right, what is your career path? So I have a BBA in marketing and an MA in luxury and fashion management. My ultimate career path is to be an entrepreneur and have multiple streams of income, YouTube being one, my business being another. But right now I am a customer engagement coordinator for a fashion company. Okay, where do you want to end up living? I love living here in Atlanta, but I do want to experiment with living in LA. So we shall see. But I do love the South. Okay, next question. Are you getting married anytime soon? No. We've only been dating for a year, so within the next couple of years, but I don't see, like, not soon as in this year now. And I'm not ready. Like, of course I want to get married to him, but like, I need my money to be different. Okay. Like, it's decent, but for the type of wedding that I want, the shenanigans that I want us to do, and trips I want us to go on for the bachelorette party, and yeah, it can wait. All right, where do you work and how's your job? So I mentioned this like a few seconds ago. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm still under contract. I mean, I can say the name, but I just rather wait. But I am a customer engagement coordinator. I love my job. So basically, I talk to customers through email and then also social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I don't know why my record player is making noises because it's not on. But yes, so if customers need like advice with products, if they need sizing assistance, product selection, order status, if they need to make a return and their return didn't process, I can process that back to their card. If they didn't get their package and they need it reshipped, I can reship that for them. So yeah, all of that good stuff, talking back and forth with the customers and then turning that into insight for our customer engagement analyst. So yeah, and then she reports all of that insight back to like the product team, like what customers want to see from the products, if they want more colors, more sizes, different and then also to the marketing team if this wording is resonating with them or not. So I love my job, y'all. They've been so supportive when I've been in school. Like, I have a schedule, it's mainly 9 to 5, but I'm working remote, I'm working at home. I don't know why it's still making noises. I'm working remote at home. We don't have too many meetings, like it's just enough. They're great. We've actually met up outside of work, and all the girls on my team, they're fabulous. My boss is a man. He just makes sure that we're all taken care of at all times. Like, even though I'm still under contract, they all treat me and the other new hire as if we're already a part of the team. It's wonderful. I recently got to visit the office. It's so nice. I got to sit in on a virtual focus group, so that was actually interesting because I just got done doing like interviews and everything for my thesis paper. And so then after they were asking for volunteers for the focus group, I was like, oh, that would be neat because it's a type of research. So that's exciting. I'm just like steadily growing, like my position, I'm growing with that, and then I'm also growing with like other tasks and things that they have like popping in and out. But they're great company to work for. They really take care of us. The gifts, it's just been amazing. Okay, next question. How was adjusting from undergrad to grad school? That was a big adjustment in all because of the move and everything, and then also going from a PWI to an art and design school where literally like there are people from everywhere. It was just amazing, and people with all different type of backgrounds, all different type of talent sets, different type of degrees, and just where they studied. Amazing. I can just say it was a great adjustment. I've enjoyed it. Like, immediately right off the bat, my first class, I was working with actual clients, like an actual business in Atlanta. Just grad school was great. It was great. I was about to say it was great, but I'm no longer in grad school. I'm a graduate. Okay. Where did you get your style inspired from? Honestly, I don't know. The outfits that I put together, they honestly just come from my head. Literally. And just seeing things and like, oh, that would be cute with that. But that would be cute with that. Like, I don't have a straight answer for that. I'm sorry. But other people do inspire me too. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute. Like, I probably have something in my closet that I could do like that. But most of the time, I see something and I'm like, do I have something in my closet that can go with? And I think, and it's like a virtual like scan in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, those bottoms that I have go with that top. And then I get it and then I put it on. If it looks good, great.
Wow, 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 wow.
Okay, last two questions. How was moving from Texas to Atlanta? So I've already touched on that. And then the last question, how did you like SCAD? I love SCAD. I love being a SCAD bee, just from the opportunities that they have for the students. Literally, we've been virtual, but they've had so many, like literally a webinar, a training session, something every single day of the week. They blow our email up like this. There's so many just different ways for you to learn at SCAD. It's amazing. They bring in professionals that are in the fields, like different fields, and it doesn't matter if you're studying that field at all. Like, I could hop into an interior design webinar, I could hop into a Zoom call on designing. It's amazing, like amazing. Like I said, they have this program called SCAD Pro where they work with outside clients, and like your class will do a project for an outside client. And my very first class that I had for my first quarter of grad school, I was working with Georgia World Congress Center, which is a huge congress center in Atlanta. They own the Mercedes Superdome. I think they own the arena too, or maybe the Home Depot backyard. Yeah, I think that's what they own. But yeah, we did like a uniform and rebranding strategy project for them. Amazing experience that I have on my resume my first quarter of grad school. So it's great. They have so many opportunities for us. It's amazing. And then I say us because even as an alum, I can still go to the events and the webinars, the Zoom calls, everything that they have for the students. So the campus is nice, state-of-the-art technology. Everybody's so supportive. It's wonderful. So I am so happy with my decision. I do have to pay back some debt. Hopefully Biden can help me out there.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
But it was definitely worth it. Okay, y'all, so that was all of the questions, but I do want to touch on a few of my goals that I wrote down last night, just to get y'all in the goal setting spirits. Shout out to Jeremy's sister Kim for getting me this super cute planner. So I'll just touch on each category. In here it has different categories. So goals for 2021. Friends, I want to support all of their endeavors. That's one of my goals there. Family, I want to visit more. Romance, I want to be more just slow to react to things. Health and fitness, I want to work out at least once every week. For my school/career, I want to network more and develop relationships that can help me in the future. For growth and learning, these are kind of skewed towards YouTube. I want to learn SEO a lot more in depth, and then also be monetized on YouTube before 2021 ends. Spirituality, I want to create a daily habit associated with my religion. Like, I pray every day, but I need to do something more. I just feel like I need to do more. Finances, continue to tithe, and then save more than I spend, make wise choices, and help others. I just read all of them. Okay. Community, do one act of service every 3 months. Living environment, treat it well. Fun and recreation, try new foods and be spontaneous with activities. Other just stay consistent with everything. Books to read: A Promised Land by Barack Obama. Places to go: Savannah, Georgia. Things to do: compare myself to others less and focus on my own goals. And then other, I need to update my personal website, and just it has like more YouTube things that I need to focus on and make sure that I do on a consistent basis. So yeah, here's my planner. Very cute. And it also has like stickers in the back, and it has like, oh sorry, it has a water tracker, it has tasks, and then it also has goals for each day. And then it also has like the regular pages as well. And then this page was a spending log for the month. All right, so before I go, I just want to remind y'all to give this video a thumbs up if you like the information that was given. Also, make sure that you subscribe down below so you can be with me on my journey in 2021. And lastly, before I go, I just want to encourage all of y'all to reflect on last year. So write down like 5 things that you can celebrate from 2020, 5 things that challenged you, 5 things that you want to correct, like ways to correct them, and then 5 projections that you have for 2021. I'm sorry, there's a really loud truck outside, but yes. And I got this advice from, I'm in a group for my church. It's called Camp, and it's a virtual environment that we have going on since COVID and since our church has been closed down. But yes, that was in our last camp group session, and so I did that, and it was just a great time to reflect, and then also to just write out some things for 2021. And then also, if you have the means to go get a new planner or something like this, I would suggest doing that as well. Just make sure that you write things down on paper. It's great to do. It's just great. So I wish you all the best of luck with your goals for 2021. I hope y'all have a happy new year, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.